After years of scattered raids across Europe, a new phase of the Viking expansion was about to begin in England. This is the story of the Vikings, in miniature. By the mid-9th century, England was divided and unstable. In 865, the arrival of the great Heathen army shifted the balance completely. The force moved through the eastern kingdoms, seized York in 866, and used it as a permanent base. Over the following years, parts of northern and central England came under Scandinavian rule, forming what became known as the Danelaw, a territory where Norse laws, customs, and leadership blended with the Anglo-Saxon world. At the same time, across the Channel, Viking influence solidified in northern France. After years of pressure along the Seine, the agreement of 911 between the Frankish King Charles the Simple and the Viking leader Rollo established the foundations of Normandy, another stable Scandinavian foothold in Western Europe. With both regions firmly tied to the Norse world, movement across the North Atlantic accelerated. Settlers from Norway and the British Isles reached Iceland in the late 9th century, building a frontier society shaped by assemblies, isolated farmsteads, and harsh volcanic landscapes. Explorers pushed farther west near the end of the 10th century and reached Greenland, where they formed small communities along the fjords, surviving through endurance and adaptation to extreme conditions. And around the turn of the 11th century, Norse ships continued across the Atlantic and landed in Vinland, establishing western outposts on the coastal lands of North America. These voyages marked the furthest reach of Viking exploration, extending their influence from Europe to the edges of the Atlantic world. Once a culture defined by raids, they had become a migratory civilization, creating new towns and opening new horizons. In the next episode, the raids turned east, where Viking fleets entered the river systems of Eastern Europe and forged powerful links with the lands of the Rus, the Empire of Byzantium, and the Middle East.